So, good morning, students. Last week we started with a new lesson, that is our village, our city, and we learned about the differences between city and village. And there were a few points we discussed last week, that is how were the differences between people those who lived in city and people those who lived in village according to their houses. These are few points we discussed: dress, means of transport, industries, facilities, and picture tells us about these things. Then we studied about means of transport. Also, we matched these columns that bullock carts runs on village roads, ship runs on, that is, water, train on tracks, bus on highways, planes in air, trucks on highways as well as village roads, that we studied. Then we studied about Ahmednagar district map. We studied about national highways, other roads, railways, district headquarters, taluka headquarters, famous places, forts, sanctuaries, ghats, airport. Today we'll study about, you can see in a picture a family, all are busy doing something. We'll study about that. What is grandfather reading? You can see a newspaper is in his hand, means he is reading a newspaper. You can see one girl, that is Tai, it is called. What is Tai using to find some information? She is using a computer to find information. Then grandmother, you can see grandmother, what she is doing. She is watching a television also, and she is seeing the vegetables. Then you can find Dada is listening to a song. One boy is sitting there. He is listening to a song. What he put in the ears to do this, that is headphones, we can say, a music player in his ears. And then father is there. What father is using to speak to someone, that is mobile. And then you can find a door. A mother, what she is doing, a postman is there at the door, she is collecting a letter. Now, you all of them are aware of letters, computers, everyone know mobile phones. Nowadays you can find all the teachings is done by the help of mobile, newspaper, television, music player. These are all the things you all are knowing. You are used to it. And all of these are used as a means to send and receive information and message. All these are means of communication. These all are the means of communication. In that, you can see the letters, computers, mobile phone, newspaper, TV, music player. These all are means of communication. Next topic, it is dialects. What are the dialects? Mostly, if we find in our school we speak English. Communication mostly it is done in English. At home, some of them they speak Marathi, some of them Hindi, Punjabi, Marwadi they speak. Some of them they speak even Gujarati and other language they might be speaking. And mostly men uses language to talk to each other and to communicate its thoughts to the people. While languages are more that the communication which is done between two persons, that communication is helpful to know each other's thought. Now there are many languages which are spoken in different ways in different regions. There are many languages. We can find the pronunciation of that words when this one language is spoken in different way. The pronunciation of same language in different regions, it changes. And that words from other language enter our language. Few times it happens if we get habit of speaking in Marathi. Sometimes we'll find some Marwadi words coming in between, some Hindi words coming in between, some either many times we find English words are speaking. If you speak English, few times we go for Hindi in between. That happens with communication. In this way, the different dialects of some language forms in different regions. And examples are given. You can find Irani, Malwani and Varhadi are some of dialects of Marathi language. Now these languages, that is Irani, Malwani and Varhadi language, these all are, we can say, the part of Marathi language. Due to the Marathi only, this language people speak, that is Irani. There is no difference. Few words are spoken in different ways. That is Irani, Malwani, Varhadi language. Also, our Maharashtra state language is Marathi. State language of Maharashtra is Marathi. That all should know. These are about dialects. Then moving towards next topic. Then in olden days we find a means of sending messages were not advanced. Such nowadays we have different types of means of communication, but in olden days it was not so. It was not so advanced. Nowadays we can speak with anyone. We can send immediate message. But in olden days, this information was not that much advanced. In those days, information was communicated by different means. Birds were used, that is peons. Pigeons were used for this purpose. The written matter was given in their with them, hang in their neck, and that message was sent. A piece of paper was used. Some writing work was done on that piece of paper, and it was given in the birds, and they were taking and sending that message, or it was tied to their legs also. So this was a means of sending message during the olden days. It was not so advanced. Next it is what's the solution? Also remember, always remember. We can just read and go through it. What's the solution? Services like mobile phones, telephones, computers are not available in the area where Rohan and Rupali live. They need to send a message to their relatives in other town. How will you help them to send their messages? Now, if the mobile facility is not available, phone facility is not available, computer facilities to your friend, it is not available, then how they can either they have to write a letter then, and letter requires many days to come. So that is A letter is one facility they will have, and if they have other facilities like birds, they can send write a letter and tie it to their legs, and they will fly away with that. That is only the thing. Always remember, recently there has been a great development in the means of transport and communication. However, increased use of these means has also led to an increase in population. Therefore, everyone should be used them carefully. Now, what happened due to this transportation, the fast means of transportation? Our air pollution has increased, and that is harming people. So, carefully, all these means should be used. Now, we'll just go back and see that what we learned. What we learned in this lesson: the interrelationship between cities and village. Then we studied about means of transport and communication. Then the need for means of transport and communication. Then we studied about transport facilities, famous places in our district and taluka, that is in map we studied. So students, we already have completed our 4th, 5th and this is 7th lesson. Writing work, complete your notebook as well as workbook in neat and clean handwriting. So thank you and have a nice day. Next week onwards we'll start with revision.